What's good, everyone? Today is Monday. Really don't feel like one. Feel like a Sunday, but let's try not to linger on the unimportant too long. As you can tell, I am at work, and I'm not wearing my vest. My vest would be back here somewhere. If I move this out the way, yeah, old ugly. All right. Today is basically a reason as to why quitting is never an option. Now, I don't know if you can tell the difference in my voice, but it is. Man, I got this like nasty tissue here, and I got a whole family of them sitting in my jacket that I haven't used yet. Just kind of got from the bathroom before I went on my lunch. Now, I am on my lunch break. Anyways, today is called "Quitting is Never an Option," and that is definitely the case with me. Um, My ambition when it comes to quitting is never an option. The point of this video is to acknowledge that once you have structure, once you have kind of created a linear path that you want to go, you have to acknowledge the risks, the stakes, the worst case scenario with completing or failing at whatever you're trying to achieve. There's been situations where I would say I've quit, and there's also been situations where I persevered through it, despite the circumstances. So, excuse me, I'll just turn the camera because I don't really care to let y'all see me mess with my nose. But the reason why I don't allow myself to quit when it comes to situations because usually quitting means I'm just kind of back at square one. It doesn't really hurt to quit, but it's the acknowledgement that, being back at square one technically means I wasted my time. And I'm not a fan of that. So, what is the worst case scenario when you're not when you're failing or could fail at something that is not life threatening? There's the risk of others, there's the risk of ridicule, there's the risk of falling farther behind than you started. But in my opinion, I look at failing as a way of, as I said in my failure video, the worst that could possibly happen on many occasions is that you're back at where you started. I would rather have wasted my time giving it my best than to not try it all. So, why is quitting not an option for me, in my circumstance? So, my goal, as of now, is to continue to build my YouTube channel, to finish my book, to get a bachelor's degree in psychology that I'm studying and have been studying since before, and to also create financial stability in my own way without the possible use of the military. Now, I have that in the back of my head as a possible last case scenario, but I do not want to take that route. Nothing against those who have. I appreciate the veterans who have fought thus far or have been working in any kind of field that is relative to that. But that's just not the angle I wanted to take. I could make a video on that topic alone. But anyways, quitting is not an option because if I fail or if I give up, more importantly, I'll be stuck in situations where I may be wearing that vest, or I may be stuck in situations or jobs where I'm forced due to the circumstances, whether it be bills or whether it be responsibilities, to where I would have to report to someone or I would have to report to some place. Something will be above me in terms of authority. I don't like having a boss. I don't like having to report to places for the sake of my stability or for the sake of maintaining what I already have. I'm already discontent with where I am, so to continue to allow myself to be complacent or to allow myself to even become comfortable creating that complacency is a big no-no. Is essentially the same as quitting. So by pushing myself to go farther beyond what the average person wants, beyond just wanting a job, beyond just getting that degree and working only in my field, which is nothing wrong with that too. Creating purpose for myself is the idea. Never quitting means to strive closer to whatever my purpose is, no matter what. And I seek and have continued to seek to allow that to be motivation to push myself in my everyday actions. Every day, no matter what's going on, I'm freaking someone sick and I didn't even feel like going to work, for example, and no matter what, I'm not allowing anything to slow me down. Not only just for making a check in my job, that's minuscule, but also creating excuses to where I wouldn't be recording this video right now. So I feel personally within myself that I have to treat myself as if I owe myself, which in my opinion I do. Um, by treating yourself like you owe yourself gives you more motivation to not only push forward but to acknowledge that the goal is bigger than the scheme of what the actions are. The end is greater than the mean. Like my actions are predicated towards the greater conclusion that I'm looking at in a distance. I'll give one small example as to what I mean in a practical sense. Like I barely was paying attention. I was like someone listening to music to try to ignore my sinuses or whatever. And I heard one of my coworkers saying that at my job, the power went out like some time ago, and she was saying that I was still like basically doing my job. She was, I could have been lazy, I could have just ignored it, but I was still walking around just doing my job or whatever. I didn't see anything like big about it, but she was saying I deserve a raise, and one of my other coworkers deserved a raise. Don't get me wrong, a raise sounds pretty okay. It's not a bad thing. So um, as I kind of like somewhat overheard it, I thought to myself, I was like, don't get me wrong, I could advocate for myself and advertise how I should indeed get a raise. But that would, somewhat add to my comfortability. That would add to the possible angle that I am at the least, even the smallest bit complacent. So what did I say? I pretty much said, I don't really care for a raise. And they was like, I'm sorry, what? And I was like, I don't really care for a raise. And the woman was like, why? And I said, I'm thinking farther ahead. My long-term future isn't here. And she said I was crazy. I didn't really care. I walked off without the slightest facial expression. And in my head, I was thinking, like, don't get me wrong. It's almost like I defeated the idea that they would give me a raise. Any company would freaking love to deny someone a raise if they had a reason to, unless it's one of those empathetic, kind of circumstances, which don't happen often, in my opinion. So by creating a circumstance where it's more reason for them to deny me a raise, it adds more reason for me to be discontent with where I am. Therefore, give me more reason to push myself farther beyond what is the job. So as simple as that is, all of this is my way of saying, once you have your ambition, once you know what your why, what's your end result, give yourself room to where you create discontent within your circumstance and allow that to be the flame that continues to push you forward. Because in my opinion, Walmart is a hell of a good reason for me to continue to push forward in my eyes. All of this is another way of saying I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. Whether I get one view or whether I get 1,000, I will continue to make videos. And with that being said, I'm making another video like right behind this. So every day is a good day. This is your boy, the PsychoTutor, somewhat, I guess, sick per se, whatever. I'll talk to you all soon. Peace.